Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on their Beltway rivals, the Washington Commanders.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Come on, set! Go!
They started on the ground with Eckler. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready.
It's Eckler again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
To throw on third down, Daniels.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger. Set, tempo, set.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Okay, ready.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Off the play fake. Daniels.
That one downfield for Dotson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the Ravens first down.
Jackson, option right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Hey, middle. Hey, that's hot.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got some space here.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. They keep it with Henry on first down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
49 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now first and goal.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Score, Ravens 7, Commanders 0.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now a give running left is Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off play action. Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Ready. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action now. Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Play action. It's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Thorell, that got in there to bring him down.
But it's always easy to second-guess a call, but maybe he should have just handed it off here on 3rd and short instead of keeping it on a play-action pass attempt. Now it's 4th and long, and just gave the defense a lot of momentum to build on for the next series.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
18, pioneer.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels.
That is caught.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
2nd and 9.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Lamar changing the look.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. 31 yards on the punt there.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Come on.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Down, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Middle. Hey.
Jackson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, as the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Ravens 17. Commanders nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Ravens 17, Commanders nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Shoves him aside. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They go play action with Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Baltimore.
180. Go. Hey, Ozzie, sit up.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now this time he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Inside handoff, Henry.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
No, we changed it. We changed it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mecole Hardman, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hold them ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
McManus's point after is good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Jackson from the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 30 yards. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. On 1st down, Daniels escaping the pressure right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels. It's caught. Beckham. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Daniels. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The drive will start with an option going left. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And running with power here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
116 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. They set up the screen for Henry. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
This 2nd and 4.
Henry up the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in